Oh my god. All right, we're live, everybody. How are
Whoa.
you guys doing? This is technically the second episode of our for the audience, it's the second episode of our season 1.5. But
Season
1.5.
for us it's technically the third episode. But the second episode
Oh.
downloaded with too many audio issues to be put online.
All of them, my
So
fault.
we'll redo it.
So we'll redo it. It's an episode that we could easily redo.
Redo.
But like it was really bad.
Oh, that sucks.
And it was like there were moments where we would hear well, let's introduce ourselves first and then I'll get into that. It's Frankie.
It's Ian.
And it's Jordan Ringworm Turner.
Thank you for doing your full introduction.
From hit
And
shows such as Jordan Does.
Oh my gosh, no, I
Yeah.
deleted half the videos on my channel.
more than half. You have two. Well, actually, it was only half.
It
You only
was
had
half.
4 videos.
It's fine.
So, but we, I was trying to like I'm not editing these like little episodes that we're not little, but I'm not editing fully these episodes that we do the way that I would the normal series of RuPaul and Raw's War. But I was listening through just to make sure it was good,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't have to censor anything. And
Sorry.
there what?
No,
No.
it's just censor everything and then I think about my job and I'm like,
Oh. And I was going through that and I saw it and it was just like it would be Jordan talking and it would get 2 words and then there'd be silence for like 2 minutes and then Ian would say like 3 words and then there'd be silence for a minute and then it would be Jordan and then silence and then me and then silence. It was just too much to even piece together a workable thing. So I just had to scrap it. And I tried to re-download it, but Skype only holds conversations for like 30 days, I think.
Hmm.
ew.
So I couldn't re-download it. But we'll just redo it. Like not exactly, but the way the episode was,
Right.
it was just sleepover questions. So it's something very easy that we can pop back up and do. We don't know what the topic for this episode is.
No, we don't.
I do.
Only Jordan does. But before
we do that,
before Jordan uncovers things, the 3 of us, we can all say, are big theater fans.
Well, I mean, I should hope that we are. We're all either majors or minors in it.
Yeah,
or we're,
And 2 of us
Or
are
yeah,
auditioning
or.
for a show tomorrow.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
You didn't know about this? No. Ian and I are going to audition for She Kills Monsters tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And,
I'm not expecting anything, but
I'm not expecting shit, but
I'm just going in to have fun.
yeah. I need to
You're going
get
because
stuff.
it's She Kills Monsters.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but first, because of that, I want to just there's been a big musical news that
Oh
happened.
yes,
recently.
topical theater news.
Topical theater news, and by the
Oh,
time this
yeah.
goes out, non-topical theater news.
It's okay.
Correct.
I think
But,
this is going to be news for a while.
Yes, I think so. So, what happened recently is, and I think this is fair to say for all 3 of us as well, to speak for us, the group. We're all big fans of Beetlejuice, the musical.
Yes.
I got turned on to it by Jordan, who said to me and Ian, "Hey, listen to the soundtrack for Beetlejuice, the musical."
It slaps.
It
It
does.
really does.
It absolutely slaps. Almost every song on there is a banger.
Yeah.
And I listened to it. It was great. And I went into it not having high hopes for that musical because I love the movie
Mhm.
and was like, there's no way anyone can capture the Beetlejuice essence
Of Michael Keaton.
of Michael Keaton. But Alex Brightman does a terrific job.
Alex Brightman,
Oh
known
my gosh,
for
yes.
playing the character that Jack Black originated in the School of Rock musical.
And doing a great job that. I think Alex Brightman can really just bring his own essence to a role
Mhm.
that's been created by somebody else, essentially. But
Speaking of Alex Brightman, did you hear that
Doing really good things.
he's going to be playing I forget which Belushi, but he's playing one of the Belushi brothers in a biopic about them.
That would be fun to
The
watch.
Oh
one
dear.
the one from SNL.
The one. Well, they both did SNL.
Okay, well,
Is it the
yeah.
one who's dead or the one who's still alive?
I think the one who's dead.
Then he's John Belushi,
Yeah.
the bigger Belushi, the better Belushi.
Yeah, so he'll be
No offense to hit sitcom star Jim Belushi, star of the sitcom According to Jim, but
yeah, he'll be starring in the biopic of him. So, good news.
Yeah.
so, but Beetlejuice has been evicted.
I love
yeah.
that it's not closing, it's evicted.
Well, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's pretty much being evicted.
At this point,
Right.
they are closing and going on tour because they don't have another theater, but they're trying to find a new theater.
I'm
Oh,
going to
that's
pull
good.
up. I'm going to pull up the New York Times article about
The New York
this.
Times article is great about this.
Yes.
If you haven't read it yet, I would
haven't.
recommend anyone who's listening, and Jordan too. If you haven't read it, read this article. It's a very well written,
It's a
well-researched
very
article,
and it's actually very like a great insight into the theater business.
Yes.
community.
But essentially, the Schubert organization that owns the theater that Beetlejuice is in is throwing them out because the producer for the Music Man revival, starring Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster,
His name is Scott Rudin.
Scott Rudin.
Scott
very-
Rudin, who did the recent Hello Dolly revival with Bette Midler.
Okay.
So this Music Man revival is basically in the same essence as that.
Okay, so he wants the Winter Theater, where
The Winter Garden, yes.
the Winter Garden Theater, where Beetlejuice is playing, and so Beetlejuice is being evicted because there's a clause in the contract, which is a standard clause for most Broadway shows, where if they don't make a certain amount of money within a 1 week or 2 week period, this one was a 2 week period, then the owner of the theater can tell you you're closing. And the owners of the theater decided to enact that clause to kick out Beetlejuice to put the Music Man in. So far, okay, legally that's all fine.
Hmm.
They have the right to do that. It's in the contract. They knew what was happening. But a lot of fans don't know about like the business side and legal side of theater. So there's like an uproar at like this being some sort of unfair treatment and unfair dealing. And the reason it seems unfair is that the 2 week period that this happened was like early May.
It was before the
Right.
Tonys.
It was before the Tonys, early May. And then they weren't being evicted. And then after the Tonys in June, they said, okay, well, now we're evicting you. Now we're
Right.
kicking you out of the theater, which is one of the problems that I have with it is that they waited so long to tell them. And most people,
Well, okay, Beetlejuice was notified that they hit their clause in June, but they didn't get the letter that they had to leave until October. And the problem with that was that they were making by that point, they were making over like $1.6 million a week, which was very much above their clause.
Yeah.
and they're also making the week of Thanksgiving, they made the most money on Broadway, and they also, I think, set a record at that time for it.
Yes. As of now, just last week, the show has sold worth more than $1.7 million of tickets. And yeah, since mid-July, they have been at or above their stop clause, which is the clause that that we talked about before. So they have been at this steady rise and the steady rise since July.
and it's mostly through a word of mouth campaign of people going to see the show and telling their friends about it.
And also that Tony's performance really helped it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the reason was that a lot of people did not, like, critic wise, hated the show.
It was
The pre-Broadway tryout got
panned.
crucified,
Yeah.
and the New York Times itself did not like it. They called it, I want the exact quote, absolutely exhausting to watch the show. So its first week, it was below the stop clause.
Yeah.
But then after the Tonys, they began to see a rise in money and like a word of mouth campaign. And then getting on all these talk shows, they were on The View, they were on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And
which that performance alone helped it as well.
yes. And so most people that I see reacting to this news very upset
Mm-hmm.
that Beetlejuice is being closed. Except for one person that we know, which is the first reaction. So I want to say they basically just put people don't understand how Broadway works. Shows close for other shows all the time. Beetlejuice knew in June that they were going to be closing because they were enacting the stop clause. They just didn't know the exact date until October. And good shows close all the time. It's Music Man, Hugh Jackman, and Sutton Foster are big stars. The producers involved are more powerful than the producers of Beetlejuice. And
Right. I mean, that's a little debatable, but
I mean,
maybe,
Scott Rudin versus the whole Warner Brothers company.
yeah. Well, but it's a division of Warner Brothers.
It
Warner
is,
Brothers
but-
way
That's
more
true.
focused on their movies than a single Broadway show.
Yeah.
And then, this is Showbiz. Sorry your show's closing. Maybe you should have gone sooner. And it's gonna go on tour and become more accessible. Okay, so there are some points I want to go through with that.
right.
critique.
And I do have just a real quick thing. I do believe that Music Man is one of this person's more loved musicals,
Yes.
if I remember correctly. So there's also
Mhm.
a bias for shows there.
Plus,
Yeah.
Sutton Foster is a real big favorite among the musical theater crowd. It's undeniable. You know, she's
Hmm.
a big star and a big favorite.
Mhm.
Rightfully so. She's
Uh,
amazingly talented.
Most of the people on the comments for this post are very supportive of what was said. And another point that I do want to bring up, because I want to counteract it, is someone brings it up. People who claim Beetlejuice is their favorite show have heard it only through TikTok and know literally nothing. Okay.
That's a lie.
That is, well, for the three of us, that's a lie. But for some people, I'll address that point first then. And the New York Times, I think, article also addresses the TikTok thing.
Yes, but they address it more positively.
Yeah, the show is among the first on Broadway to thrive on TikTok, a popular mobile app.
Yeah.
And then Kaufman, I forget his first name. The producer.
I believe he is the producer of the show.
Of
Beetlejuice.
Kaufman. He says this.
Kaufman. Let me get his actual name. Mark Kaufman.
Mark Kaufman. And this is actually my point overall to the overarching thing of this show in particular closing. I sit in all these Broadway League meetings where and this is Kaufman's quote, by the way. I sit in all these Broadway League meetings where they talk about building a new audience for Broadway. Once we started building that audience, it started to take off. We are the textbook definition of word of mouth. So, there's this idea in politics that the best way to start a movement is at the grassroots level, which means inevitably you're going to start small and start slow. But because you start that way, you build bigger and you become more successful. And that's what this show did. And I know in the world of Broadway, you want to make a buck quick, but the producers obviously didn't care about that because it's Warner Brothers. They have more than enough money. So it seems like the only people who care at this point was the Schubert organization. But and Broadway's in the midst of this, I want to say, rejuvenation.
Very much so, yeah.
Of more people coming. And I think what could have been the spearhead for a new generation of people, the TikTok generation, the people who religiously use TikTok.
Okay, at me next time.
Yeah, at Jordan. But what I mean is like this new audience that maybe isn't aware of Broadway because it's not something that is quick. It's the shortest show that I know of is an hour and a half.
Right.
So it's not a quick experience, and people want quick experiences. But if this is able to turn them on to a Broadway show, and it's because of the weirdness of this show and the quirkiness of the show and these things, I think that the Schubert organization in the long run would benefit more from leaving Beetlejuice where it is than bringing the Music Man to them, because the Music Man, while yes, it may be popular to an older generation because that's what they know, and to the musical theater crowd, Sutton Foster is an attractive name.
Mm-hmm.
You're still attracting the same crowd that you've always been attracting. You're not attracting a new crowd with the Music Man. But Beetlejuice was attracting a new crowd and a new generation to this show. And I think that it's a disingenuous argument to say that shows close all the time, because yes, while they do close all the time, when you have a show that's catching lightning in a bottle and building its way to be a success in a way that most Broadway shows don't ever get the chance to do, you have to take that opportunity and seize it.
Right.
Because while Broadway overall is in the midst of this rejuvenation, it can very quickly turn.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at a show, like let's take Tuck Everlasting, for example. It was on Broadway for what, 2 weeks?
It was on Broadway, yeah, about a month. Same as like Bonnie and Clyde.
Right. It's a charming little show. But it just wasn't making the money. And so that is, shows do close, but I think it would have taken a lot longer than Beetlejuice did to get to where Beetlejuice is.
Well, I mean, I think, Jordan, you hit the nail on the board where, say, for something like Tuck Everlasting or even Bonnie and Clyde, shows that are very popular are not making the money, unfortunately. But Beetlejuice has been making the money. It has totally upped its stats and really has become a powerhouse in the Broadway community right now.
Right. And as someone who uses TikTok, I will just put this in here. I've been on TikTok since about this time last year, and the Beetlejuice soundtrack didn't drop until summer, right?
Yeah.
About May.
I was seeing Beetlejuice stuff way before the soundtrack dropped. And the soundtrack made the show a lot more accessible to people who would otherwise never know about it.
That's the point of a cast recording. It's for those that not only love the show and have seen the show, but it's to introduce people to shows.
And so Beetlejuice, whether it was in the context of the movie or the musical, it was all over TikTok. And then once the soundtrack dropped, I think is when the actual cast got their Beetlejuice TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally that is all over my TikTok. And I love it. I think they actually held a contest recently, within the past month.
A TikTok contest, yeah.
Yeah. And it was amazing, the amount of people. It was amazing.
Yeah. personally, I would like to point out that it is not just the Schubert organization that is kind of at the root of the problem, and it's not. And this is not to trash those involved with the Music Man, say behind the scenes or on stage,
Yeah.
but this also has something to do with Scott Rudin, the producer of Music Man. If I don't know if Jordan, I know Frankie, you don't. I don't know if Jordan, you go on like the Broadway message boards or anything.
Not often.
I sort of been keeping an eye on this. Music Man has been high key wanting the Winter Garden. They have been Scott Rudin has been very, very I don't want to say pressuring the Schuberts that their set and their design can only fit into that theater. I also will say that Scott Rudin has been a very controversial figure in the Broadway community as of lately, and the community theater community as of lately, especially with To Kill a Mockingbird. I think the biggest root of this problem that there is that this doesn't need to happen. I think if I don't understand how Music Man, it's a great show. I don't know how it can be that big to fit into the Winter Garden. The Winter Garden is a massive, massive Broadway theater, and I don't understand why, especially since you had Hello Dolly at the Schubert, where To Kill a Mockingbird is currently playing, and it was so much smaller. I don't know why you need the Winter Garden. Why can't we put Music Man into another theater? You know, you hear all the time about certain shows moving from one theater to another. I think the logical thing, because Beetlejuice is so big and that set is so massive, I don't think it could fit into a smaller theater. So I think the best thing is to move Music Man into the Schubert Theater and to move To Kill a Mockingbird somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that was something Warner Brothers tried to do,
Hmm.
and wouldn't happen.
Yeah, because Scott Rudin is doubling down.
They couldn't agree on a price tag, it says in the article. But
Yep.
again, I think, and the last point I wanted to address in that post was that it's going on tour and will be more accessible. That's true. A lot of people can't make it to New York, but yeah, and I think you know what I'm going to say too. But without Alex Brightman.
Well, not even that.
And
so for those who don't know Beetlejuice the musical, there's a lot of magic and sleight of hand and a lot of technical elements that go into making it as much of the cult classic as it is in the original movie.
Yeah, it's a massive show.
And it's just, there's no way it can all translate into touring. The sleight of hand, yeah. Like I know he's got like some pyrotechnics that he does, but
that could be tourable. I'm thinking of the set.
But I'm thinking like the sandworm, and like that might be a little like, I don't know if they can do the riding sandworm in every theater they go to.
They probably couldn't.
Because I mean, we're blessed here in Pittsburgh. The Benedum is massive.
Yes.
But what if they end up in a theater like our Heinz Hall, where it's like a shoebox?
Oh yeah.
And I think also though it is because of also like on TikTok, it's the official cast TikTok is the cast, and that's who people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to see just Beetlejuice, because Beetlejuice isn't just, to a lot of people, Beetlejuice isn't just a character. I mean, there were a lot of these boomers, you know, watching the Thanksgiving Day parade who were like, "Who's this? It's not Michael Keaton." And they were upset that there was a new Beetlejuice. And to some people who see this, like, especially the people who are seeing only the Beetlejuice Broadway musical on TikTok, they haven't really seen anything else. They don't want a different Beetlejuice. They want Alex Brightman.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want, and I can't remember the actress who plays
Sophia Ann Caruso.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophia Caruso. She's amazing.
Well, I was looking through the cast TikTok yesterday, and they performed at the Barnes and Noble, and there was a different Lydia, and everyone in the comments was like irate.
Yeah. And so
It was the girl that plays the Girl Scout in the musical. She's the understudy for
Mhm.
Lydia.
more people will have access, but how many more people who are fans of the show will want to see it? Like I would probably want to see it just because if I enjoy a show that much, I do want to see it live.
Right.
But there's gonna be a whole, and I would think large contingent of people who would not want to see the show because it's not the cast they're expecting. They want to see the Broadway version.
Yeah.
And so and seeing one show can get you hooked. And maybe not just like on that show, because Beetlejuice stands on its own as like a weird kind of genre within Broadway.
Yeah, it kind of fits into the the Rocky Horror Show, not the picture show, but the
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Show kind of
A kind of like a thing that stands on its own, and there's not a lot of shows on Broadway right now that fit into that genre. But just seeing one Broadway show and enjoying that experience could turn you on to live theater in general.
Mhm.
And so by taking away the show that has a cult following that's growing, it's not just like a small cult following that you think of when you hear cult classic. It's a cult following that's growing because of social media. It's a show that's utilizing what it has to its advantage in a way that other shows aren't. Could increase the fan base for musical theater, because again, it's gonna if it all comes down to making money.
Yeah.
If you can't continue to grow your audience beyond just musical theater people, you're not going to
It's
succeed
gonna die
anymore.
out.
Yeah, because you're
And-
not gonna always get a Hamilton,
Yeah.
which kind of revitalized interest because it
Right.
stood out as something different.
And Disney musicals don't necessarily count because it's
No,
a whole other fan base.
it's a brand name that sells on its own without
Right.
being a musical. But yeah, so you're not always going to get a Hamilton every 5 years to, like, if you see a dip in sales, revitalize things. You're not going to get a Phantom of the Opera classic every 5 years to revitalize things. And so while Beetlejuice might not be the runaway success that Hamilton was, I think it was a good foundational building block to expand your audience.
Right. And I think Broadway, I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but I think they might run into that very quickly, because we did have, like, in rapid succession, like, we had Kinky Boots, then there was Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen, and then Beetlejuice, where, like, that all happened within 10 years.
I have a feeling 6 will be like that for sure.
Yeah.
6 is already.
But it's like, when does that stop? Because it can't continue rapid fire like that forever.
And I think that was such a big issue before Book of Mormon. That was really one of the big issues of Broadway, because they weren't making the money.
Yes, and Book of Mormon's another good example, Ian, where it's something completely different to what you were seeing
Yeah.
come out.
I mean, the creators of South Park, who would have thought on Broadway?
Yeah, and different in a way that was still entertaining. Like, people, what was the show? I don't want to pan a show that I really don't know much of. But, Be More Chill.
Yeah.
That people were saying was different, but you're not hearing regular people, like people who are already fans of theater. The normal person on the crowd isn't speaking about Be More Chill. They speak about Beetlejuice. They talk about Book of Mormon. They talk about Hamilton. They know these things.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about Be More Chill. And maybe you're going to get people talking about The Music Man because it's got fucking Wolverine in it, but...
Well, my thing about...
Which, like, no one talks about his other musicals that he's done except for The Greatest Showman.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, because he did Oklahoma and he just stood on a fucking... Stood by
and,
the
like,
scenery
The Boy
and then...
from Oz.
Right.
No one talks about that.
Right. I think another thing, too, that is kind of really making me a little... I mean, Frankie, what you were talking about, especially with, like, Be More Chill, this just makes me hate theater snobs even more. I'm a theater person and a theater snob myself, but it just makes me hate them.
Right, like, as a theater person, you're
like,
deeply offended.
But, like, I don't understand the point of closing a show that is making money for a show that probably won't run for that long. I mean, once Hugh Jackman leaves Music Man, unless he gets it, yeah, exactly. And Hugh Jackman's not going to do it for a full, like, year run, like most.
No.
He's a movie
and
star.
I don't see Sutton Foster either.
Right, Sutton Foster has younger.
And that's the issue, is that they want the big splash right away because it'll make money in the immediate thing of June when it starts, June or July when it comes in.
It is coming in next October.
Okay, they have to set up the theater. So
yeah.
So it'll make immediate money that time period for however long they go, and
it'll last till the 2021 Tonys and then maybe close in September of 2021.
And get money. But Hugh Jackman's not going to be there from October 2020 until September 2021.
No.
Right, no.
And so there's going to be a dip in sales, and I'd be surprised if they made it till September 2021 because of the loss of Hugh Jackman. Because no one wants to see The Music Man.
I don't think nobody wants to.
All right, Boomer, calm down.
I think it's a musical that there will always be tickets available for.
Yeah.
Except for the Hugh Jackman shows. Because Hugh Jackman is a circus freak.
It's going to be like Hello Dolly. It's going to be a show that does well at first, and then once its big star leaves, it's going to dip, and then it's going to close. And it just, the awful thing is that a show that is continuously improving and continuously growing and could have longer potential is closing for something that isn't going to last maybe 2 years.
Yeah, and it's going to close and something is going to go in it that's not nearly the creative and uniqueness that is Beetlejuice.
Right.
But, do we have any final points we want to make about this? Because we've been going about this for like a half hour.
Oh, I can go about this for like 3 hours.
I just want to say that the video they posted, the last like 2 seconds broke my heart.
Love you guys.
He just turns around and goes, "Hey, love you guys." And I was like crying. I was sobbing.
Yeah.
I think the biggest hope right now is that Beetlejuice can find a new theater. You know?
Yeah.
That's what we can hope for. It might have to scale down a little bit.
Who's in King Kong's theater? Is it still King Kong?
No, West Side Story.
Oh, get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Yeah, that'll be gone.
Honestly,
put them in there.
Honestly, the way that the production is, it might be dead in the water.
They fit a giant ape in there. I'm sure they can fit a sandworm.
Right.
Oh yeah, the Broadway theater is totally big enough for Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jordan.
Yes.
It's time for you to surprise me and Ian.
Yes. Well, first I would like to crack a cold one open with the boys.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
If you can.
Fuck
You're
you.
gonna get ready.
We don't need your.
Yes.
We didn't need your ASMR fucking tapping of the can.
You're getting it every time.
I would like to veto this cracking open with the cold boys.
No.
It's not what? Who are the cold boys?
Especially since I turned 21 on Sunday. So it'll actually be cracking a cold one open with the boys.
Are you gonna have a beer? Why are you gross?
Yeah, beer's
I'm
gross.
not having a beer.
Are you gonna crack
I mean, I do like beer, but like. No,
What the
no,
hell
no.
is wrong
I
with
got
you?
some red, white, and berry in the fridge. Waiting.
All right. What's your surprise beyond the fact that you have bad taste in alcohol?
I don't have bad taste in alcohol.
You
Okay,
don't have
maybe
good
I
taste.
do.
You don't have good taste.
No, I have good taste. It's just my good taste is in Disney.
Beverly.
So you guys have probably heard about it already because it was on the news.
Yeah, Beatles.
But we all love taking vacations, right? We like sleeping in a bed that multiple strangers have slept in.
Don't like that. That's not attractive to me at all.
But more importantly, we love character-themed hotels.
Is this the Cartoon Network hotel?
This is the Cartoon Network hotel.
I have no idea about the Cartoon Network hotel.
How it's in Lancaster, PA. How
It's
do you
what?
not know
Really?
about this?
Is it really? I'm looking this up right now because I had no
I
idea.
also
Guys,
really
my aunt's
had
going
to
to
think
Lancaster
about it.
next week.
Are you?
No, my aunt is. I'm not going.
Oh.
I
my God,
really
looks
had
like
to
shit.
like stop myself from saying Lancaster instead of Lancaster.
Oh, I say
Dude, there's-
Lancaster. I
It,
don't know.
no,
on
it's
their-
Lancaster, but like
I'm on their website.
I am too.
I'm gonna go on their
Oh my
website.
God.
I like
There's-
that it's pansexual colored.
There's so much to do.
There is, okay,
Play and win prize.
but there's actually not that much to do.
They have the
Um,
land of pool. I don't know what you're talking about.
So if you really dive deep into this,
I'm fucking.
which doesn't take you long because there's not much information
There's
on
a
their
lot
website.
on their website.
No,
Are
there's
you
not.
shitting
That's
me?
Wonderland.
Are you shitting me? You go to the bottom of their
The
website.
only suites.
It ain't opening until 2020.
Correct.
Yeah,
You're
January
fraud.
10th, 2020.
You're a fraud.
When you look at the character-themed bedrooms that you can get,
Oh, wait, is
your
that
only
awesome?
options are
Powerpuff-
Ben 10, Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, and Steven Universe.
Stop right now. Who needs another option? Ben 10's there.
But it's not Ben 10 that we knew
No,
growing
there's
up. It's the reboot.
There's also Gumball and We Bear Bears.
Right,
don't-
for the
I don't care.
the,
Have you seen this? The Ben 10.
customizable suites.
They have a Ben 10 Dream Suite.
Yeah, so you
Where?
have
Dude, each bunk has its own 32-inch TV and reading light.
yeah.
What the fuck? This is amazing. Why is it in Lancaster? What the fuck?
I don't know what we did to
Dude,
deserve this.
On the nothing on the map, it's across the street from a Golden Corral and a Texas Roadhouse.
I think that's the most like PA thing I've
Classy.
ever heard in my life.
That's class.
When you look for that, when you look for it, it's like the people also search thing is Dutch Wonderland Amusement Park,
Yes, because they have a partnership with them.
Sight and Sound Theater.
Yeah, that's the theater that my aunt is going to next week. It's the theater that does like
The Bible
big
stuff.
yeah, the Bible stuff, yeah.
The religious theater, Hershey Lodge, Octorara Primary Learning Center, which is a kindergarten,
Well,
and the Tanger Outlets in Lancaster, which is an outlet mall.
so
Oh, they'll have an indoor pool as well.
yes.
This is-
So I think the really interesting thing about this is it seems like they're really learning from where the
The
Nick
Nick
Hotel failed.
Are they? I
Um,
don't think. Dude, the arcade's open 24/7.
Yeah. There's also a kids zone, like I think they call it the Toon Zone or something like that.
Toon room.
And
We're
it
all on
has
this website.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
to 9 p.m.
it has like some kind of candy thing or something. I don't know. I really didn't
looking
read
at
that
the-
part.
I'm looking at the food and drink because that's all I care about.
Right. Okay, so I want to tell you this is my favorite thing about this hotel.
They'll also have
The
outdoor
Barista
screens.
Cafe, which is themed after We Bear Bears, not
Yeah.
only sells like coffee and stuff like that, but starting at 11 a.m. they sell adult beverages.
At 11 a.m. It's for the because they know there's gonna be a lot of kids. The adults are
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna make it through unless I drink."
And so, have you guys seen the picture of the lobby yet?
No.
Is it
Because
on their
the
homepage?
lobby
Oh, so
is
much to do.
Sweet.
Is it under
It's
so
under
much to do?
fun features as well.
Oh, that
Oh my god,
lobby
is that
cool.
the so much to do? Is that what it is? Is that the lobby?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
In the character kitchen, I think that's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
There's a picture in the concept art of Mojo Jojo cooking your food,
I would love Mojo.
and
to
I
cook
love that.
my food. Dude, they have the Land of Pole concession today.
Yeah. And I saw like fruit cups. I wish it was more themed food, but
What do they sell in the cartoon? They got Heat Blast hot wings.
oh yeah.
Dude, Heat Blast. That's a Ben 10 character.
Mhm.
Is this what you
They
wanted
don't
to
really
tell us
talk
about?
Yes, I wanted to tell you about the cartoon because I was so excited.
Oh my god.
I
Why?
was so excited. I don't know.
It's like right next door to Dutch Wonderland.
I
To
think
be fair, this is somewhere like we could actually go.
right. Like we could do like if we wanted to do a YouTube live, except kids.
Could we afford this? How much is it? I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm
Okay,
looking
so
up
We
the
would
dream-
just have to
The
like
dream suites are on the second level.
There's only 2 levels.
Right. But it's on this.
It's in PA. We all need to realize that.
yes.
It's on the Lincoln Highway. Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Listen, can I tell you, when you go plan a visit for directions, it is right next to Dutch Wonderland. On the other side is the Amish farm and house.
Wow.
I love it.
So while you're doing that, you can have parties there. They offer a party package.
I see that packages. I want to see.
And it says our birthday packages include a themed cake or cupcakes, party favors for each guest, and a special surprise for a boy or girl.
I hate boys.
Your
and girls.
only character options are Powerpuff Girls, Adventure
And Ben
Time,
10.
and Ben 10.
Yeah, well, it's Ben 10, obviously.
But I'm thinking the special surprise is a
Alright.
meet and greet because they also have meet
Which
and
one did
greets
I
in the
click on?
hotel.
Oh, it's
Alright.
your Tanger outlets.
Obviously, if we're doing this, we gotta go to Dutch Wonderland. I'm not.
What is that? I
I
have
don't
know.
never heard of it before.
It's a
We're
theme
gonna look
park.
that up after we do this, but obviously, I'm not gonna.
I got it.
I'm not gonna not go to Dutch Wonderland.
Dutch Wonderland is a theme park that Jonathan Groff of Frozen fame worked at.
So obviously, we're gonna do customize our room Ben 10.
Oh.
Obviously. All right. The code is Ben. By the way, in case you were wondering,
The password is
Ben. Just show me the rooms. What is your pricing? I want to like give you money, like not right now, but like maybe in the future, and you
Oh
won't.
my god, Dutch Wonderland is so cute.
Is it?
Yeah, it's basically like an Idlewild.
Guys,
okay.
I want to let you know this is probably a really exciting podcast. It's just 3 idiots planning a vacation they're never gonna take.
Right.
You don't know
'Cause
that.
we're all broke.
Ian, we're all broke.
Yeah.
Oh, I like their off-brand Figment. That's fun.
His name's Duke.
Is that Dutch Wonderland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all on the Dutch Wonderland page right now? Because I
Yeah.
can't figure out how to work their fucking website.
Do you
It
want me to
opens-
try?
It opens in January, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what
Some
we're gonna
other things while you're still working on that. They offer kids culinary classes. They offer not exclusive, but like I guess early access screenings of certain TV shows. It sounds like, but not all the time.
Good.
They have an outdoor theater that in the concept art, the TV is shaped like Finn from
Finn,
Adventure
yeah.
Time. What was some of the other stuff?
And it's
There's
sweet.
All right.
yeah,
I want
there's
to.
character breakfast, which is fun.
I want to let you know that their website is unresponsive as
That's
hell.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
Um,
look up
Well,
pricing.
the
online
important
and see what we
question
get.
is, are we getting a shower or a tub? Because they don't come with both.
Well then, a shower. 'Cause
I
don't.
love how Jordan is so serious about this.
I'm not taking a bath.
Wait. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So we
here we go.
could
Are we
do
ready?
one of the ADA accessible ones and get a roll-in shower.
What the fuck is that? What is ADA?
It's Americans
American
Disability Act.
Yeah. Okay.
Who has a disability?
Me.
What's your disability, Jordan? What's your physical disability that you need a roll-in shower?
I mean, I have chronic pain and arthritis.
do you need a roll-in shower for that?
If I've gotten my treatment that week, yeah. I'm not allowed to walk when I get my treatment.
How are you gonna get? How are we gonna
Then
get?
we're Then we can't go to the fucking park then either, bitch. What are you?
Wheel
This-
me around.
I-
You'll
I
get
don't-
front of line.
I ain't
I
wheeling
don't
you
think
around
it's like
anyway.
Disney World.
It's
If-
Dutch
if-
Wonderland.
if you're gonna be,
I'm
if
surprised
you're-
if they have a wheelchair ramp.
I'm surprised that doesn't know what wheelchairs are.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I don't have like. All right. I don't have like exact pricing.
2 double beds and a shower is $169 a night.
No.
No, we want the dream suite with the fucking
Oh.
bunk beds and the 75-inch plasma
Give
screen.
me a second.
Come
One
on.
queen bed and bunk beds with
Yeah.
showers is the same price.
Ian and I,
$169 a night.
Ian, that can't be right.
That
That's
cannot.
what it says.
That
I'm looking at it
literally-
right now. It
that
says
literally couldn't
one
be correct.
queen bed plus bunk bed and a shower, themed to one of our 6 Cartoon Network shows. Features queen bed, luxury mattress, blah 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 blah. $169 a night.
Ian, we could sleep in the bunk beds.
We could.
Oh, you wanna give me my own queen bed?
Well, yeah, because I want the bunk bed.
I also want.
There's also a 49-inch HD TV, custom Cartoon Network channels. Each room gets its own Wi-Fi hotspot. There's a mini fridge, a Keurig, a hair dryer, shower stuff, hypoallergenic pillows, free in-room safe, and it's 100% smoke-free. So Ian, you're not gonna die.
Yes. Can we just live here? Can it be our new
No.
home? Can we Sweet Life of Zach and Cody this?
Is this all you wanted to bring up though? Is just like
yeah,
this
literally.
exists?
I
Is
I
there
mean,
no
we can
like?
also talk about the failures of the Nick Hotel.
I don't know why the Nick Hotel failed. I don't know things.
Well, it failed because it was like right next to Disney.
Why did they do that?
Yeah, it was literally
These are
in
stupid.
the Disney World. Yeah, it was basically in.
Like I literally passed it every day
Did
when
they
I
have
was in
like?
Florida.
But like, did they have like a theme park near it? That
No,
wasn't Disney.
they were like smack dab between Universal and Disney, and they're
That's
only
dumb.
like an
They
hour
No,
should've-
they
away
were.
from each other.
No, they were within the Disney property.
Oh,
Yeah.
They-
shoot.
They
Nick-
should've-
Oh well, yeah, I guess because if it was only like 10 minutes from my apartment
It's
and
like
I lived on Disney property,
They should have
it's
struck a deal.
literally right by Hollywood Studios.
They should have struck a deal with Universal and like.
they should have because Universal has some of Nick's properties.
Well, they kind of did. They had like a bus to go to Universal. But
Yeah, but
people
that's
just.
dumb.
I know.
People would just go to Disney.
It's really funny though because every time you pass a Nick Hotel, you know it's a Nick Hotel. Even though they repainted most of it, there's still that slime green on most of the walls. You know it's a Nick Hotel. Like it's just such an iconic look.
Dude, they're getting rid of the SpongeBob character breakfast buffet. That's sad.
Oh,
Yeah, it's literally right on the road to go to Epcot.
that's crazy. I
Wow,
lived there
big
for
bummer,
how
big
many
bummer.
months and I didn't even realize.
Big bummer, man. We're all sad now.
But
That's okay. Okay,
It-
but so if we're doing this hypothetically, hypothetically, I don't think we're not gonna get away with it being Ben 10. Like it has to be Ben 10, or I think Frankie will murder us in our sleep.
I will. It has to be Ben 10. We're all about Ben 10.
So that
Okay,
means we're
but
gonna
what
do
if-
the character breakfast, right?
This is a Ben 10
So
household.
Frankie can meet Ben 10.
Yeah, I want to meet Ben 10.
yeah,
Sorry,
Watch
his name,
him not be a character.
his-
Ben
his-
10.
Ken Tennyson.
his name is Benjamin Tennyson. Yeah, come on. Don't be disrespectful.
What if they don't have Ben? It's just his dad.
His dad doesn't exist. It's just it's
His
him and
grandpa.
his grandpa. Come on. Don't be disrespectful to the Ben 10 lore.
I
Wow.
haven't watched Ben 10 since the
Wow,
like
not a
original
fan.
came out.
Not a
I
true
don't give
fan.
a fuck. Don't be disrespectful to the lore.
Wow, fake
Hey, I
fan.
have to be loyal to a company. Don't give me crap.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't think.
hey.
Wait, Jordan, I don't think we can go because you have to be loyal to Disney, to the mouse.
I don't care that you have to be loyal to a company. I don't want you disrespecting the Ben 10 lore in this household.
Well, what if I want to do one of the Steven Universe suites because I really like Steven Universe?
You can. Ian and I will be in the Ben 10 suite living it up.
Wait, what if we did a different suite every night?
No, I'm not
Yeah, I
moving
don't have that
shit
money.
around.
I'll. What if I move your stuff around, and all you have to do is like physically walk to a different room?
That's still a lot of work. That's a lot of physically walking.
I only want to walk from the pool to my room.
To the arcade, baby.
The arcade. And we'll be near Philadelphia. We'll be near
Ew,
King
gross.
of Prussia. We can go to the big mall.
I don't want to go anywhere near Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philly's gross.
But that's where the Fresh Prince is from.
Yeah, but like he doesn't live there anymore.
You don't know that.
People leave Philly.
How many gays do you think are gonna go to this hotel because it's like pansexual flag colors?
Well, you have 2 already. Us.
How many? You also have Steven Universe involved, though.
Right, but like that's a problematic fandom.
Is it? I don't know anything.
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. I have never seen a single episode of Steven Universe.
It's worth it to stay away.
Where's
As
my
someone
Peppa
who,
Pig
like,
hotel?
Love.
Would you say, Ian?
That's what
I honestly didn't hear you.
I need a Peppa Pig hotel.
No.
Oh my god.
Is there?
And
I'm looking
and
it up.
one of
Is
the
there a Peppa
activities
Pig
and one
hotel?
of the
Oh,
activities is learning how to
no!
whistle.
Before you go, there's a frequently asked questions already.
There is. But
That's good.
God,
but
Ian.
what?
Ian, are you ready for this?
Is there a Peppa Pig hotel?
Peppa Pig World is located within Holland Park, nestled in the New Forest with close transport. Where is this at?
I
Dude.
need to go.
Dude, there's like a Peppa Pig World at this hotel, or like near this hotel. Where is this?
It's in the UK.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's in England.
Well, of course, it'd be in England. Of course, it's Peppa. But oh my god, it exists.
You stay. Well, it's not actually a hotel. You stay at like a hotel nearby, but like, it's this like Peppa Pig fucking theme park almost.
I love it.
It's
There's
called.
a juicy sheep bread.
It's called Peppa Pig World.
I love it.
Oh, Frankie, I have really bad news for you.
What?
We can't actually meet Benjamin.
Why not? Why can't I meet?
Because
Ben?
they only offer Finn, Jake, Gumball, and Darwin.
Well, who the fuck is Darwin?
Darwin is the pet fish
Charles Darwin?
No, pet fish / brother of Gumball in the show The Amazing World of Gumball.
That's a bold move by Cartoon Network to advocate for the
He's
theory
a
of
fish with
evolution.
legs.
I think they still have Benjamin, but he's just not available for the breakfast.
I think it's bold of Cartoon Network to say
There's a
they,
cornhole
they believe
tournament.
in evolution. I'm all about it. Of course there is. It's Pennsylvania.
The Dutch.
We can make friendship bracelets while we're there.
I don't. I'd rather not.
Oh.
I'd rather not prove my friendship with.
I don't like you. So. Oh my god, seven things to know about the Cartoon Network hotel before it opens. All right, you ready for this?
Is this
Yeah.
from the website?
No, this is a different website. Number 1, it'll be next to an amusement park. Thanks. Number 2, this isn't just a hotel. It's an entertainment venue. Oh, so you can customize the room for like each show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the rooms, based off of what I could gather, it's bedding, pillows, wall art,
That's
and
all customizable and removable.
there's something else. Because the base of the room, there's like a designed wall that's a collage of a bunch of their shows, and then everything else is like white. But then they have like canvases and framed pictures that they can bring in and out.
That's good. That's smart.
Yeah.
This is a first for Cartoon Network, and it'll open soon. There's not even a paragraph underneath that one. That's all it says. The next thing is, this is their heading, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. I'm not going to read the paragraph, all right? Cartoons, cartoons, cartoons. Moving on. Number 5, food, and lots of it.
That's it.
That's all they have there, too. Well, they have paragraphs there. They have a kids' kitchen to give daily classes.
I can find
Yeah.
Fuck.
For kids, Ian.
You don't know what I am.
There are VIP
Well-
rooms that can hold as many as 6 to 8 people. So we definitely need to be in one of the VIP rooms because
Yeah.
VIP status.
we're 6 to 8 people.
I
And
know
then-
there's a no pets policy, but like I could just dress it up as a child.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are
Did you
we
give birth
doing-
to the baby? Did you give
Are
birth to
we-
the child when they were in your womb for 2 months? What the? That's
Finn is a big boy.
Are we?
Yeah.
He weighs 2 pounds.
What is
Yeah,
this,
for a
Stuart
guinea
Little?
pig, not for a fucking child.
Are we fucking Stuart Little here?
Yes.
The next one is you can make reservations now. Thanks.
Except you can't.
Except their website's broken, so you actually can't.
Is there
Oh my
anything
god,
else?
there's already reviews.
How?
I don't know.
How?
I want to read the 1-star reviews though, because like, how are you a
Do it.
1-star review? The price for one night at Disney World is $125, and the price for one night at this hotel is $290. What a total ripoff!
Where
1
are
star.
where
Where
are
are
they?
you getting that price for Disney,
I don't
first
know.
of all?
I was gonna say Disney.
Here's
is
1
way
star.
more
Hold on,
expensive.
I'm on it. I'm
Rode
on it.
past 2 days ago, and it's still not open. 1 star.
Yeah, it says on the website, January 2020. You
How-
dingus.
How much does it cost to stay a night? 1 star. They just left a comment. They just like commented on it.
We're gonna do the value resorts for Disney just as like a
Yeah, we gotta do the
real
cheapest
comparison.
resort. Yeah.
So the All Stars.
Yeah. We're doing all star music, boys.
I've never been to All Star Music. I've only been to
Um,
All Star Movies.
Yeah,
'cause
we're
that's
just
the
gonna
better
do it
one.
for one adult.
What if this lady's like spot on? By the way, do you want to know the name of the person who left that review?
Yes.
Their name, I want to get it exactly right, is Nunya Business. Business spelled. So
Is there a
Nunya,
G?
Nunya is their first name, so it's Noneya. Nunya, one word. Business spelled Bizzenness.
Oh, I knew there was a Z. I'm so happy.
There's 2 fucking Z's and
Bless.
and no U either. Okay.
So just the room, not tickets or anything, for
Yeah.
one night at a Disney Value Resort hotel. I picked specifically All Star Music.
Mm-hmm.
Is $164 a night.
Oh, dude, they were fucking right though. They got us.
Yeah.
They fuck.
It's
Wow.
2 beds, sleeps up to 4 adults, includes access to the courtyard, pool, and parking areas.
Actually, they were wrong. They said $125, so it's a little more, but
Yeah.
they fucking got us.
Damn.
Now, if you want a standard, so that's like the preferred room because it's the 2 big beds.
Uh-huh.
The standard room is $132.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! They got
What's in the
us.
standard room?
Oh, we got.
Huh?
What's in the standard room?
It's just a cot on the floor.
It's
It's just a
literally.
mattress on the floor.
or
Hey, don't
Wait,
make
it's,
fun of
mattress.
the way
it's literally
don't
the
make fun of
same
the way I
thing,
live.
but it just doesn't have a nice view on the outside.
Oh, that's fine.
Like you have a view of the parking lot instead of the rest of the hotel.
So what I'm hearing is we're going to Disney.
Mhm.
Well, no, because Florida's farther away. I can't drive to
Whoa,
Florida.
whoa! I drove to Florida. It took me 22 hours.
Did you drive to Florida, or did someone else drive you
My
to
family.
Florida?
My family.
I don't have a
drove-
license.
So someone else drove you to Florida.
My
Yeah.
family drove to Florida. It only took us 17.
Okay,
Well,
I'd like to
okay,
point
yeah.
out. I'd like to point out to both of you that if we drove to Florida,
I
It
would
would
get my
be-
license
it
to drive
wouldn't
to
be-
Florida.
it wouldn't be us driving to Florida. It would be me driving you two to Florida.
Frankie, I will get my license and
Frankie.
drive both of you to Florida.
Frankie, I'm already doing the reading for the permit test, boy.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
I literally just have to go take my permit test. There's
Okay.
nothing stopping me.
Dude, let's drive to Lancaster though and stay at the Cartoon Network Hotel.
Okay.
But that's more expensive.
It is. Sorry, no value.
Yeah, I'd rather, like, you know.
But that's only at the Hotelier, and we're not allowed to go to the park. We just have to stay at the Disney Hotel.
Dude, we can just spend the the whole time.
Disney Springs.
Roman, yeah, like in
But-
Rome.
But the arcade also, but like it's
Or we could
not
just
24
drive to
hours,
Universal,
so drive to Universal.
because that's, I think, cheaper than.
Oh, we could go to what's up? I lived there for like 6 months. You would think I would know.
I would.
Heck, SeaWorld.
Ew, no.
Gator. What's that? Like Gator World or something?
Yeah, Gator World.
Yeah, let's go there.
Why do you want to go to Gator World?
Why wouldn't you want to go to Gator
I can think of a few reasons.
The Gators.
World? The Gators.
The world.
Okay, what about the Tampa Zoo?
I don't even go to the Pittsburgh Zoo.
What's special? Sell me on the Tampa Zoo.
Manatees.
What's in
What?
Tampa's?
Manatees. Sea cows.
Yeah. Is there
Yeah.
I have a specific question.
You don't need to go to the Tampa Zoo to see a sea cow. I'm right here.
Ian, you can't swim, so you're not. You're not a sea cow.
You got me. I got.
I want to ask you a very specific question about these manatees, though.
Yes.
I have a couple questions about them. First one, is there a manatee named Barbara Manatee? Second, is there a cucumber in love with this manatee singing about this manatee?
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Okay,
but
thank you.
if not, we can make it happen.
All right, I want this.
I do know. I don't know if it's
Go to
going to
Busch
the
Gardens.
Tampa Zoo, but I do
What'd
know
you say,
that.
Ian?
We can go to Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Oh. You know what else we can do?
Not go to Florida.
Medieval
Go
times.
Disney. I love me. I've never been to medieval times. I've been to
There's
the.
one in Virginia.
So
That's
what I'm
like
hearing is. Frankie, what do
that's
you
like a
think?
day trip.
Bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit? I've done it before.
A maximum on a day trip is like 4 hours drive.
No.
Fine, let's go to Gettysburg. See some fields.
Why is PA so boring?
Wait,
Hey,
wait, guys, why are we being stupid? Let's just
We
go
can
to
go-
Hershey.
we can go ghost hunting in Gettysburg and not find anything.
We can go ghost hunting at Seton Hill and find stuff.
I said not find anything. First of
I
all,
want to find things.
you're gonna be really disappointed when you find out ghosts don't exist. So
Except that I lived with one. Her name was Patricia, and she liked to slam doors.
Wow,
I-
don't slander Trish like that.
No, it was
you're
before I
rude.
met Trish. It was back when I lived with I'm just gonna say the nudist. I'm just
I'm
gonna
sorry.
say it.
I'm sorry. Hello, what?
Hammers, Frankie. Throwing hammers.
Yeah,
Listen.
our local nudist in the theater department.
Oh. First of all, I just want to. I would like to point out again. No ghosts.
Yes, ghosts. I will
No.
send you the videos.
You're gonna send me a video, and I'm not gonna believe that it's a ghost because
She's a nun.
there's a lot of nuns.
It could have been just Sister Anne.
I'm gonna be Sister Anne just running around going, "Fuck these kids."
No,
Could
I
have been
also
Mary Finger just walking around going, "Fuck these kids."
I
That's-
hate getting emails from Mary Finger because they're always sad.
Yeah, Mary Finger only emails you when someone's dead.
Or
That's
when her house needs renovated.
Oh yeah, she says, "Hey, guess what? I'm taking your money."
Fingerfest goes west.
Dude, Fingerfest goes west was so good. That's the best thing I've ever come up with in my life. I peaked that year.
You really did. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna look at the Cartoon Network Hotel to Hershey. Because I think that's,
Like- Driving time?
yeah.
Why are we driving from the Cartoon Network Hotel to Hershey?
Because
the amusement park right across the street isn't good enough.
it's literally half an hour away.
Are you kidding me? You don't want to go to Dutch
We
Wonder?
didn't even explore the possibility of Dutch Wonderland.
No.
How much
What's
do
it
they
called?
cost?
What's it called?
Dutch Wonderland.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to look
Hold
up
on,
what kind of
I'm
rides
on their
they've got.
website.
I'm on their website
Tickets
as well.
and passes.
I hate looking at passes.
Well, it's the category. I'm sorry, I just
First
burped
of
into
all,
the microphone.
Their website says
$35.99.
their website says it's Pennsylvania's best theme park.
That the Kennywood?
Where? I need
Kennywood's
the
pretty
receipt.
dope.
Attractions. Look, we're gonna go over the rides because that's what we got. Fucking shit. All right, we got the pit stop. The leaping frogs.
Wait, is the pit stop like the turnpike?
Yeah.
It looks like it, but like for babies.
It's already superior to Kennywood.
The gondola cruise.
You forgot the merry-go-round.
No one gives a fuck about merry-go-round.
Hey,
Merlin's Mayhem.
well, they have a character breakfast.
Dude, they got the space shuttle.
We can make Duke and a wizard.
They have a sky ride.
They have no roller coasters.
Whoa.
Really, though. No good roller coasters.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, because it's a family. It's literally Idlewild out there.
Yeah, but Idlewild has the Rollo coaster at least.
Well, no kids died at Dutch Wonderland.
That we know of.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
You're gonna look up Dutch Wonderland deaths.
Meanwhile, we can literally go half an hour to Hershey Park
Where there
And
have
rides.
definitely been deaths.
and
List of incidents in independent amusement parks Wikipedia.
Ian,
I don't think it's
Ian.
gonna find it there.
Ian, do they have though at Hershey Park the prehistoric path where you can experience over 20 lifelike dinosaurs up close at your own pace?
Where is this? Where is this? I want it dead.
It's at Dutch Wonderland, baby.
I want it dead.
Do they have cookies with Santa at Hershey?
Yeah, probably. It's Christmas.
Do they have a weird Asian man dressed up like Merlin the Wizard?
Probably. It's middle of Pennsylvania. They're racist.
Wearing glasses with no lenses in them?
Probably they're racist, Frankie. It's middle Pennsylvania.
Do they have the Merlin the Great show?
Wait, I want to touch on the characters because there's Merlin, Princess Brooke,
Mm-hmm.
the Dutch Wonderland Knight,
Well,
and
he's
Duke.
technically he's the Knight of Safety.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be disrespectful.
Well,
To
I was
to the
looking at their
Dutch
character
Wonderland lore.
breakfast.
I was looking at their shows,
And their
the one
character
show,
breakfast says the Dutch of Wonderland Knight.
the shows are Princess Brooke, the Knight of Safety, Duke, and Merlin. And you also have that's at the front gate, and then you have Friendship Corner with just Duke and the Knight of Safety, and then you have Merlin's
Wow.
Mayhem with Merlin.
Wow, I hate this.
Ian, shut up! Don't be a bitch.
Do you know me?
Ian, take your seats for story time with Princess Brooke.
Ah! I found one.
What?
Dutch Wonderland Sky Ride. On July 19th, 2008, a 44-year-old woman from Ann Arbor, Michigan, lost about a centimeter off the top of her left index finger when it
Oh my
was caught
God.
in her safety bar.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
They're eating her. And then they're gonna eat me.
this
Oh
park is-
my god.
This park is unsafe. We can't go here.
It's too extreme.
There's like all these other like amusement parks listed, and it's like 5 child deaths, and then you just see Dutch Wonderland, and it's like a woman lost a centimeter
that-
of her finger.
Is that for like that's just like is that on the Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Because like if you look at the statistics for the United States, Florida on its own has its own fucking section.
Well, yeah, because you know,
Yeah.
2 of like the largest
Because it
amusement
has
parks
like
ever.
all these amusement parks, but like and then Dutch
Sorry, Disney World is not an amusement park, it's an experience.
shut
Oh,
your mouth.
shut up.
And then Dutch Wonderland's got but this woman lost like a centimeter off her fucking index finger. Ooh. And then meanwhile, Orlando's like, look, we had 7 lawsuits for one ride at Universal, so
Disney World's like, you want that? You want top that? We had a woman dive by a crocodile.
That was also a child.
Yeah.
girls. Oh, here you want some injuries to children statistics?
Yes.
Approximately 44 children are hurt each year on amusement park rides, but only 1.5% of those injuries are serious enough to require hospitalization. Between 1990 and 2000, around 82,000 children were taken to emergency rooms after suffering injuries from amusement park rides. Of those reported 82,000 incidents, 34 occurred at locations where rides were considered permanent. Girls were injured more often than boys.
Huh.
So I'm on their wiki page.
Who?
Dutch Wonderland.
Oh my
This
god,
is
they
such
have
a
their
great
own.
episode.
This is the most boring episode in the history of podcasts.
We were doing so good with Beetlejuice, and then this happened.
You're welcome.
Dude, they used to have Garfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say they took out a magic act that was based around Garfield, but
They have
they
Garfield.
do have
Kennywood
a
stole
ride.
Garfield.
They did. They do have a ride called the Wiggle Racers, and their description
have
of
the
the
wiggle?
ride is a ride appealing to small children where self-propelled scooters race around a track.
Wait, which
It
ride is
includes
this?
a maze and a cave. The Wiggle Racers. I'm gonna look it up.
That was a
I want to
removed
see what this
ride.
looks like.
That's
It
under the
says it's a
removed
current
ride.
ride.
It's under the removed rides.
I'm still looking it up. I need to see what this looks like.
It's literally the last ride under removed rides.
I literally
Well,
hate
I'm
it.
illiterate.
I know, but like, don't be that bad.
Oh,
They
I
have-
found a video.
They have 3 roller coasters: Kingdom Coaster, Joust, and Merlin's Mayhem. God, this park sounds awful.
Right.
So Cartoon Network Hotel's gonna fail.
Oh my God, do you know who owns Dutch Wonderland?
Who? Is it
Hershey.
Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, they did own it. They sold it.
They sold it to the same people that own Idlewild and Kennywood.
Palace? Palace owns it?
Yeah.
So I can't find a video because the
They
only
own-
video I found of this ride was just an image that said coming soon, but in a video.
That's a good video.
So we're going to YouTube.
Guys, the Empire owns Noah's Ark Water Park, which I hope is just like
You
it has.
just get
It's
on a boat.
It's the largest water park
Oh
in the U.S.
my god!
Yeah. I
To
want to
be
go
fair.
there.
But I was really hoping it was just like a boat, or it was just like it's
It
just
was like
one-
Noah's Ark at Kennywood.
it's just a giant pool, and they're like, you got to stand here for 40 fucking days. Oh my God, they do have a ride that's called Flash Flood.
So I'm still on this whole Wiggle Racer thing, right?
Fucking Flash Flood. They have their wave pool is just called the Wave.
Wow.
It's
So the
over
maze-
$4.
Sorry, what?
The maze.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the mesh walls on the McDonald's playgrounds.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
familiar.
That's the maze. That's what it's built out of. It's so easy. You can see your
Oh,
way
so-
through it.
So the safest material known to man.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And it just looks like plastic Little Tykes cars. Like they're not even cool scooters.
When did Palace buy Kennywood?
I forget. It was a long
Oh.
time ago.
Yeah, and they tried to get rid of Heinz ketchup.
Yeah.
And everyone said, frick you.
No.
And
They were also
quit
the
going
people
to
that
Kennywood.
tried to build a hotel.
2007 is when they acquired it.
Yeah, they tried to also build a hotel for Kennywood.
Okay, but that sounds like fair.
A hotel for Kennywood?
Yeah. If people want to come visit Kennywood.
Yeah, but like,
Ian, Kennywood was featured on an episode of CSI, so pretty famous.
Was it?
It was. I'm on their Wikipedia page. It's on
Oh.
It's on an episode. Here's its media features. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there were 2 documentaries about it.
Kennywood Memories.
Right. In 1989, Kennywood commissioned the Kennywood Park Waltz. There we go. Also, there's a song called by Freddie Cannon called Palisades Park that he remade called Kennywood Park. That's dumb. Okay. No one cares. Okay, movies. Here we go. In the 1993 film Striking Distance, a poster of Kennywood's Fraternal Order of Police picnic day is visible. Footage of Kennywood's Music Express was shown at the beginning of the 1994 film Only You.
That classic movie, Only
And
You.
The 2009 film Adventureland
Adventureland was filmed at Kennywood.
Wow.
With Kristen Stewart.
Of all the things that are on this page, though, there are 3 that, like, in the TV one that make work. Okay, so first is CSI episode. It's about a roller coaster derailment, and Gil Grissom tells the engineer that he holds the marathon riding record on the Steel Phantom.
Yeet.
Then we have the Monkees. Mickey Dolenz, former drummer for the Monkees,
Right.
often tells audiences at his live shows that Kennywood was the location of his first ever public appearance, where he rode an elephant and was known as Circus Boy.
Wow.
And then, finally, are we ready for this?
Yes.
Episode 62 of Zoe 101.
What?
You can see the lift hill of the Phantom's Revenge with a sign reading Spine Twister. I'm looking it up right now. Phantom's Revenge, Zoe 101.
So while we're on the topic of theme parks, I had another idea for a podcast I wanted to throw out to you guys.
Yeah, go on.
I think for one of the episodes, we should each design our own theme park and tell each other about it. I only suggest this because I have one already thought out. I did this while I was in Florida. And it's lit. Universal might sue me though.
Oh, it sure is. If I can,
Is it?
I'm gonna share my screen with you. If I can do that, I forget how to do that.
Just click on the camera.
The camera?
Yeah, never mind. Don't do that.
No, that would be video.
Share screen by the heart.
By the heart?
Yeah.
Okay, share screen. Can you see my screen, guys? Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
No.
Start sharing. Can you see me now?
Okay,
No.
yeah.
Yes.
Can you see my Google page?
Yes.
My Google Chrome? This is the image
Wow.
from Zoe 101.
Wow, you can see Lost Kennywood and everything.
Yeah. It says Spine Twister on the hill, but
I hate
that's
that.
the Phantom.
Now, is that sign real or is that
No, it definitely was
CGI?
digitally put in.
Oh, I like if you scroll up.
Mm-hmm. Someone
Hey,
says,
that's stealing.
hey, that's
Just ask.
yeah. Thanks, is a young Bala. Thanks for that. We're gonna stop screen sharing now. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. That'll be our next episode then.
Yeah.
That's
It's,
a little teaser to you guys who have made it
Dude,
an
it's-
hour 19 through this episode.
You
About nothing.
might want to drink in preparation for mine.
I don't drink.
That's a reminder that this podcast is not safe for kids and kids should not be watching this podcast.
Oh my god, going full out for us. By the way though, if anyone has made it to the end of this episode listening to it, congratulations on not turning us off.
Really, you deserve a gold star.
You're an MVP.
Honestly, you
Because I would have
deserve
turned this off.
an Oscar. I can't wait for Oscar nominations to come out. Ooh, that's gonna be a great day.
Oh wait, can we
Golden Globes,
talk? Yeah, Golden Globe nominations.
Lion
'Cause
King.
we're not doing. Yeah, but like there's other nominations that I want to discuss too.
Do we want
Yeah.
to make that a separate episode?
Maybe just for like the first thing is just like how the fuck is Lion King gonna get nominated for Best Animated Picture?
Because it's Lion King and it's consistently done well since it first released.
That movie was bad.
But it's
As you
the
can-
Lion. It's got the
as-
name attached to it.
As you can hear, one of us works for the Mouse Overlord.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Is he wrong?
No.
I bow down to our Mouse Overlord. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm the only one who doesn't. So let me tell you, that movie was bad.
I didn't see it.
That movie was big bad because they said, hey, we're gonna do this all CGI and make it super realistic. But
And then
also,
the movements weren't.
the movements weren't realistic, and none of the animals showed none of their CGI animals showed emotion. So it was like, all right,
Well, I mean,
This
that
is
is
just boring.
realistic.
yeah, but guess what?
The masks in the musical showed more emotion than the characters in the
That's
movie.
true.
Yeah, I need emotion from characters in a movie, because that's what makes a movie good.
That was like a big talking point that we all had about it at work was unless you're a cat person and you understand feline body language, you got nothing.
Speaking of feline body language, the Cats movie is coming out soon.
Shut up. We don't talk about that.
That's number
Did
one
you
on the
hear
list
the
of
news
things.
that they went through and they like redid some of the CGI in it to make the cats look better? And I saw no difference.
Yeah, that's like number one on the list of things that should never go into somebody's eyes.
Yeah. Like
We're seeing
Cat.
Oh, look at that! My schedule is
Oh, I'm
full.
sorry.
Guys,
I'm
No, guys,
supposed to be
nobody's
sick
gonna be in
that
that
day.
theater. Nobody's gonna be in that theater.
No,
It'll be just like
no.
Dora.
Theater.
No. All of the theater kids who were there to make fun of it will be in that theater.
And that's why we need to go. We'll all be making fun of it together.
Ian, listen,
I
buddy,
love Cats, but I know it's gonna be awful. And
buddy,
I'm so
listen.
ready for it. Talk to
Listen.
me, brother.
I would absolutely not want to see this movie. But listen, there's good movies coming out
Right.
Like what?
in 2010. I'm looking it up right now.
You remember when we were gonna end this?
Yeah, but like we got to discuss this right now because there's good movies coming out.
There's a crap ton of Marvel coming out.
No, I'm talking like literally just in December.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker's coming out.
Oh,
That's gonna be a sad movie.
that Resistance ride looks incredible.
I can't talk about it.
Wait, but here we go. Rise of Skywalker's coming out. Jumanji: The Next Level is already out.
Looks so bad.
How dare you? The first that second Jumanji movie was good.
Yeah, that one was good. This one's gonna be awful.
Little Women's coming out. That movie looks good, directed by Greta Gerwig, with like Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson and Meryl Streep. What
Literally-
a fucking cast!
Literally every commercial that I hear on the radio pronounces Saoirse Ronan's name as Sasha Ronan.
That's wrong. I say it wrong too, but I'm not even that bad. Spies in Disguise.
Oh, that bird
Is
movie.
that the one with Tom Holland and
Will Smith.
yeah?
Yeah.
I'm losing
That
to a
looks good.
bird
When does Soul come out?
What?
next year.
Oh,
Jumanji. Oh, sorry, I said Jumanji. The Playmobil movie is out already.
Saber Spark has a video on that already.
So let me tell you how much I don't want to see this Cats movie in. I would rather watch the
The
Playmobil
Playmobil movie.
then watch
Double
Cats
feature.
too, or watch Cats.
We're making it a double feature,
I'm
Frankie.
down. I'm down.
Playmobil and Cats.
Yeah. We'll do dinner in between. We'll cleanse the palate.
I literally can't tell you how bad Cats is going to fail, box office wise.
I know, and I feel so bad because the musical is actually like visually
It is.
stunning.
The
Because
musical
because it's coming out the same weekend
as Star Wars.
as Star Wars.
Yeah. It's gonna be a Christmas release.
There's no
I hope there's a warning out there somewhere where it's like, hey, parents, Cats isn't for kids. Because it's really not. Rum Tum Tugger is literally the cat who fucks.
So is Grisbella.
But we also, but that's why they cast him as Idris Elba. Yeah, because Idris Elba fucks.
No, he's Jason Derulo.
What?
Jason Derulo plays Rum Tum Tugger.
But Jason Derulo doesn't fuck, so
Well, apparently he does.
we all know that.
Idris Elba is McCavity, the evil cat.
Yeah.
But
Idris
Elba fucks.
fucks.
Yeah, who also fucks.
Okay. Before we end this,
We're seeing cats.
no, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I refuse.
Thank you, Jordan.
Speaking of Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you.
for that. This.
I'm sorry, I don't know who he is without singing his name.
If he does that in Cats, I'll see it.
He might. He honestly might.
I need confirmation that he does that in the movie.
Even if it's just in like the instrumental, every time he like is on screen.
No,
It's
no, no,
worth
no,
it.
no, no.
Wait, Joy Weber
No.
changed it to do 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 do.
Every
I
time
wanna
every time he
Yeah.
enters the scene, he
like
has
even
to
if it's
say
just
it.
in the background.
No, he has to say it.
No, I mean even if he's just in the background. Like if he's just like
Oh,
walking
yeah.
across the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime that he enters a room, it has to be done. But I was listening to the song, or I wasn't. It was on the radio. It came on. I didn't purposely go out. I don't know what it's called. It's the one that they play when the person gets shot on One Tree Hill.
Oh, what you say?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
What you say?
I just want to
That
stop.
brings back my
Wait,
middle
is it the
school
Jason Derulo
memories.
song?
That is a Jason Derulo song.
Right, no, but is it his song or is it the original version called Hide and Seek?
No, it's his song.
Okay, then it's what you say.
I want to say how much that SNL peaked when they did that skit, and we'll never have a skit that's better than that.
Oh, SNL is so bad right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's disappointing. You
They
know what
have-
else was disappointing? Noel.
I
Oh,
haven't watched it
Anne
yet.
Kendrick movie.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
had
else?
really high hopes because they're really funny people, but it's not funny.
Isn't Bill Hader in that movie?
Yes.
Bill Hader could get an Oscar nom.
The problem is it's a family-friendly movie, so it
So it
can't,
can't
be
beat Bill
his
Hader.
friendly. Right.
Yeah.
So
Or his
what you're
funny.
saying, so Bill Hader can't be gay.
No, it's Bill Hader can't be Bill Hader.
Right.
So gay.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to ruin anything for you, but his character runs a yoga studio.
Oh,
That's
so
kinda
still
gay.
So, but I just want to say, again, just to bring this episode full circle before
We're
we end.
seeing
You know what else?
Wait, hold on, one more interruption. And Billy on the Street is in it, so like it's gay.
Billy Eichner.
You mean Billy Eichner?
You
He has
can't
a
even
name.
say his
Yes.
full name.
His
No,
name
it's
isn't-
Billy on the Street.
His name isn't. He wasn't born a William.
It's Billy on the Street. If we let's be honest, if we didn't just say the show, no one would know who he is because the only reason they know who he is Jews, lesbians, Jews.
No.
And
people
Parks and
know him
Rec.
yeah, people know him from Parks
I
and
was gonna
Rec.
say Parks and Rec fans are screaming at you right now.
Also, he was on the worst season of American Horror Story.
I've never seen that before.
Oh, that was a bad season. Remember when we watched it?
Remember when we tried to watch that season and got through 3 episodes and
And we
stopped?
said no.
Yikes. Anyway, to bring it full circle, you know what else is disappointing? That Beetlejuice is leaving Broadway.
Yeah.
But
There's hope. There's hope. It just needs to find a new home.
there's always hope, you know.
West Side Story needs to close.
Beetlejuice, I have an
Side-
announcement for you.
The West Side Story musical has a rapist. Well, not a rapist, but
Oh my god.
sexual predator. Sorry,
Ian,
wrong
I'm
word.
trying to end the episode. dressing up rape.
Well, no, I have hope for Beetlejuice. I hope the producers are listening. You can come perform at my house.
Your house isn't big enough.
You don't know that. I can knock out a few walls.
Your entire house has to be knocked down.
Yeah, we'll just knock down the whole like front of my house and we'll like put the seats there. And they can have the whole 2 stories to perform.
Okay. With that being said,
Like the first floor can be the netherworld.
this
And
has
then-
been
You can still talk while Jordan's talking. It's okay.
this has been a great episode.
Has
Next
it?
time, it's been an episode. Next time we'll come to you with our planned out theme parks.
We'll actually have an episode.
We'll have
Yeah.
like an episode that we've legitimately put some work into.
Well, we put the Beetlejuice one. We put work into. We looked at the
Listen.
facts.
We put in some work for like half an hour, and then for 1
And then
hour,
we got to Cartoon Network Hotel and went haywire.
for 1 hour, we planned a vacation that's never gonna fucking.
And then we just went off.
So tune in next time for an episode where we put in some actual fucking effort. We'll see you then. Have a great time. This is Frankie,
This is Ian.
And this is Ringworm Turner.
and we are the PACRats saying goodbye.
Bye.